Javier Cortes. How addiction affects the body. Let's talk about what it means to have an addiction. First, let's look at the word addiction and its meaning. Addiction is a disease that affects the brain and behavior. People have many different addictions. There's gambling. People become addicted to gambling and spend their money. People become food fanatics, then get addicted to a certain food. Caffeine. People get addicted to caffeine, drinking coffee and energy drinks, and then have a hard time of letting go. Withdrawal is very nasty from caffeine. Then there is drugs and alcohol. People start on drugs by testing or experimenting. Other people get hooked by going to the doctors and getting prescribed painkillers. Then there is alcohol. People have a taste for alcohol. Some enjoy it, some abuse it. Some can never let it go, and the rest of their lives they want to be the part of their lives and party. When a person becomes addicted to a drug or alcohol, it has different effects on people. People have different reactions towards the drugs of choice. One example is meth. People get high on it, have mood swings, and violent behavior. One of the biggest drugs out is the market is opiates. People are always dying with this drugs, mixing it with other prescribed medication, and end up having a respiratory depression. Other people go to extreme to get a hold of these drugs by either looking through their family cabinets or stealing it from other people. Alcohol is a drug that makes people use poor judgments. Some drink to put their problems away. Others drink to have what we like to call liquid courage. In reality, they like fighting with themselves or someone bigger with them and end up losing. With alcohol, it affects lots of aspects of your body. Creates wild mood swings, depression, anxiety, violence, paranoia, confusion, and complications of mental illness. Drugs affect the body in almost the same way by either taken by mouth, inhaled, or injected. It increases your heart rate, possible to have seizures, strokes, brain damage. You can catch a severe virus, hepatitis, or HIV, or another major illness by just sharing a dirty needle. By depending on the drug of choice, either it be alcohol, or drugs, either used heavily or recreational, people get addicted to it. As I stated before, the first thing affected by the drug or alcohol is the brain. It inhibits part of the brain that people will start to get addicted to it. Once they are hooked on the drug, it can be quite expensive, being bought out in the streets from a drug dealer or just trying to get a hold of it from a drug pharmaceutical, meaning a pharmacy. People are quite wealthy for certain drugs. They will go to an extremes to commit a crime, to get a high, if they don't get caught. We have people that rob people for a couple of dollars. We have others that rob stores to get cash for their pleasures. As an alcoholic, he would rob a liquor store just to get their guilty pleasure of getting their favorite drinks that they cannot afford. We have to remember, with drugs and alcohol abuse, it affects the brain, and the first thing is the desire to engage in risky behavior. They will try anything to get a fix on their high without regards to who they're hurting, whether it be themselves or another individual. The cost of an effect goes all the way from the healthcare system to the justice system. There was $245.7 billion that was spent in 1992 and put 58.3 million people worldwide on some sort of disabilities. And with these numbers, it was calculated with lost wages, healthcare expenses, and criminal justice costs. Addiction is a terrible thing, and the mind is the most terrible things to waste. Thank you.